Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. So today we're going to be jumping into play mode again, and I think it's time to switch from to switch from wild to ranked again, like proper, because I'm getting real tired of seeing so many legacy cards and just getting rolled with some of these maybe unbalanced decks. I don't even know, honestly. I'm just not having great luck with the wild at the moment, so we're going to try doing a little bit of the regular ranked, and I think I'd like to jump back and play a little bit more of my new Paladin deck. This deck is a lot of fun and does pretty well with the new meta stuff. This is the one that's full of buffs for your creatures. Lots of stuff that buffs everything in your hand or everything in play. Mostly in your hand. Warlock is an okay opponent. Hopefully they don't pull a Hellfire that just completely wipes our board. Don't need the mind control tech. Keep the other two, definitely. It's a solid open. Nice to get a decent opening hand for the first time in a little while, honestly. But yeah, so I'm thinking turn one we got nothing, but then we can Grim Street, then Protector onto the Grim Street, and go from there. Ooh, Argent Horse Rider. Great with the Grim Street Protector. What do you got, Warlock? You got a crazy coin play for me this turn?
Well met.
Are you here, Warlock? Please don't do this to me. We were just doing so well with the luck with the AFKers, and it looks like we, oh, thank God. It looks like we're okay. Alright, so he's got his 0-1. Okay, we have Smuggler's Run, which would have been nice last turn, but I guess instead we'll do Grim Street Outfitter. Buff these guys. Next turn, we can Smuggler's Run into Argent Protector. So we'll have a 4-4 for 2 mana, and we can Divine Shield our Grim Street. Unless he has a Mortal Coil this turn. Let's find out. It's kind of weird. I wonder if he's playing on mobile or a bad connection, because I can't see him looking at his cards. Which is a bit odd.
You're in trouble now.
Rough. Soulfire's not a great one to discard. Although he's doing well enough, so I suppose he'll be okay. I think what we want to do is... Wow, we got another... Oh, no, we just hit the one. Okay, we're going to Smuggler's Run. Argent Horse Rider cannot... Oh, we could clear this. But then we wouldn't get to buff our guys as much. We're going to be greedy. And Smuggler's Run again. Into Argent Protector on this guy. Hit this guy in the face. If he wants to trade his Succubus for our Argent Protector, that's just fine with me. Although, I suppose if he doesn't, it's going to get buffed by 1 next turn, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, wow. He's got other... This guy's got a lot of control, it looks like. We saw him discard a Shadow Flame. He's also got a Shadow Bolt. And I'm guessing Hellfires. Interesting. Well, fortunately, that guy can't put us, can't stop our momentum that easily, so what we're going to do is Argent Horse Rider.
Don't worry, love.
Ping for 1. And ping for 4. We may have lost our Divine Shield, but he's lost his board advantage. Well worth it. And the value train keeps on trucking. I think next turn probably, let's see, yeah, with his lack of board presence, it's probably a good idea to get the Grim Street Enforcer out there. Grime Street, excuse me. I always do that. Just because I think we'll be able to actually get a little bit of value out of him. And if not, it'll mean he'll have to burn another control card, and he'll probably have to go another turn without laying a meaningful creature, which is just fine with me. So let's go ahead and drop that guy, go for the face. And take the buffs. Yeah, see how much value we can get out of this. Ooh, coin play. 6 mana for a Warlock. Whoa. I think I've seen Hellfire Potion before. Seriously, this guy has a lot of control. I don't know that I would put quite as much control as he has in a deck. Shame to play Psychotron without him having any of the hand card buffs, but you know, you can't scoff at a 3/4 taunt Divine Shield. It's just solid. I still miss Annoyatron though. Ooh, this is a neat card. I don't know how like viable it is, but it's a ton of fun. You basically get to discover 3 parts of a spell, and then you like as you choose them, they're tacked onto each other, so they have like it has 3 effects basically. It's interesting. We'll see when they play when he plays it. I doubt he made a 2-mana spell, and if he did, good God, man, what's wrong with you? Let's see. Next turn, we'll have 7 mana. We can lay Argent Horse Rider and Defender of Argus, which is probably a good move, or we could do Mean Street Marshal, buff him with Defender of Argus so that we get the draw, and then drop a... Here. I think it's better to do this, just because of the Divine Shield we have here. And what we'll do is this, to make it even more frustrating for him. Okay. We've got pretty good board presence. Hopefully he doesn't have another one of those deal 5 damage to all minions, because we have pretty good board presence here, but we are hurting for draw. And honestly, this deck, that is one thing this deck is kind of lacking. It does not have a lot of hard draw in it. Oh, wow. Seriously, it's just control for days. Is he going to play another one? Oh, my God. Mortal Coil. Demon Fire. Does this guy have Mortal Coils? This seems to be a deck type too, one that runs a bunch of Demon Fires and cards of the like, which I'm not quite sure how viable it is, but it seems neat enough. Do we waste a Smuggler's Run this turn, or do we just, we can deal 9 damage. There's no point in wasting the Smuggler's, well, there's no point in holding on to it really either. Yes, there is. He could clear my board this turn. We're just going to be patient. We don't need more board presence than this, unless he has another deal 5 damage to all enemies. And I'm guessing the spell he made is 10 mana, because we haven't seen it yet. If not, we'll see it right now. Interesting card. Destroy a minion and 1 of your mana crystals, huh? Well, it was, is that it? That's not game, I guess. Well played, guy. I probably should have buffed my Novice Engineer, but what are you gonna do?
You gonna sleep with the
Get all the imps you want, buddy. It was a good match. Well fought. I gotta say, Pickles Omega, while I may not agree with all your deck choices, I respect the deck type that you're making. It seems fun. Maybe go Mage if you want that much control, though. So, oh, that's fancy. Still not enough, though, my friend. Yeah, so there's our first victory. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, jump right back, and then we'll jump right back in and see if we can't get oh. Okay, so hopefully we can get good luck again and get a relatively untested deck type that I'm not super familiar with, because those seem to go pretty decently for us. And also, no mages, please. Although that last Warlock was basically a mage. Ooh, Priest, interesting. I'm not quite sure how this deck will do against Priest. I think pretty okay. Although Priests do have a fair amount of control, so who knows. Rough first draw. Hopefully this mulligan is generous to us here. Oh, yeah! Oh my god! Talk about generosity. Holy shit.
Ready for action!
He's got a 1/2 taunt to open. That's okay. I'm going to Smuggler's Run into coin into Argent Squire. You may have a 1/2 taunt, but I got a 2/2 Divine Shield. Yeah! Always hurts to get a really good opening hand with this deck, just because you're like, oh, right, I'm going to be out of cards by turn 4. But if you can build your momentum fast enough, it doesn't really matter because of some of the value you start to get. Hey, look at you. Stalling like a pro. Okay, so I think what we do here... Do I lay this one and buff this guy? Or do I lay this one who's already a 2/2? Do I want 2 2/2s or a 1/1 and a 3/3? I think I want 2 2/2s. So it means even if he kills off my Argent Squire next turn, I can still do lethal. Yeah, we're getting all kinds of value on the cards in our hands. I'd like to buff up this Psychotron 1 more, and then he's just like the bomb. Oh, look at this guy. Yeah, see, that is why we wanted to lay another 2/2, because now we can still clear this guy. Let's see. We do have the Argent Horse Rider, but I would rather not play him at this value point. If we want to lay Grime Street Outfitter, that's probably smarter. We'll buff everything else. Let's do Grime Street Outfitter. Ping this guy. He'll likely trade his Archer, because it already got decent value for this Outfitter. But that'll leave us with this guy still. I hope you got a Shadow Word Pain soon, bud. Oh, hey, look at you. You gonna heal me? Bummer. Okay, so he's got a 3/5, and whenever a character is healed, it gets 2 attack. Shit, that's fucking crazy. And I cannot kill it this turn. What I can do is ping it for 2, and then he can heal it, and it'll be a 5/5. And if I do ping it for 2, it's still worth it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay Novice Engineer.
You like my invention?
Okay, then we'll lay an Argent Protector to shield this guy. Then we'll do this, and he's gonna heal it. It's gonna get a buff, but then he's not gonna be able to lay anything else very good. And then we can still clear it next turn. Right? Strategy? Oh, he made it actually pretty easy to clear next turn. Oh, nice. I mean, decent play there, I gotta say. Oh, wow, look at this guy pulling out all kinds of strategy. It won't be enough, but it's cool. I think Argent Horse Rider here.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry.
That can, we'll just do this. I don't care about you that much.
My responsibility. Giddy up.
Do that. And then, do we want to hold on to him? Yeah, because we're unlikely to get our value from him if he doesn't get buffed before we play him, unless we pull in like a Defender of Argus and waste it. Ah, a man after my own heart. Gotta love the Azure Drake. So he's got a 4/4. I can just put a dead stop to that though with my 6/7 Psychotron. He'll probably Shadow Word Death it, but you know, it is what it is. You can only do so much. It's tempting to actually trade both of these and be able to have more board presence, but no, it's smarter to deal damage now because it's pretty unlikely he'll be able to remove this thing next turn, short of a Shadow Word Death. Let's find out. He did have a pretty cool play earlier with that Power Word Shield heal combo. There's the pain, but I actually expected it to go to be a death to this guy. That's a cool card. I have not seen that card before. Power Word Tentacles? That ain't a spell from WoW. That's neat as hell. Is it a Shadow Priest thing? So he's got a 6/10. That's pretty neat. I mean, I'm going to still be able to kill it pretty easily here, but it's still very neat. Anything here with a Battle Cry? No. So that's not amazing. We can lay him, but I don't really need to have 2 taunt cards on the board at once. I think what we do is trade all 4 of these and then hit him for 6. And then lay Bran, the Marshal, and yeah, we'll do that. So
I fight.
The battle.
I know we would have kept Psychotron alive, but Psychotron, if one hit, does more damage than all 4 of those, so whatever. And then you.
Who knows what secrets
You.
Reporting for duty. Job done.
Okay, so if he has a Holy Nova, he can wipe out most of my board, but it won't matter, I don't think. I'm curious what this guy is thinking. He's probably like, okay, he's got board control, but I have AoE. I have longevity and ways to heal myself like this. Jesus, no kidding. And,
Is someone injured?
oh, well, he had a hand advantage, but I can clear that stuff pretty easily. I don't know that I would have laid all that at once. It kind of gives me a bit of a... It allows me to react more so than I would have liked for him, or more so than I would have let him. I can deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, do I want to trade all 5 of these for this? And then just kill this, and then he'll have a 1/3 that's going to help him draw mad cards. No, you can keep the 4/5 because you won't be able to kill my guy next turn.
Yes,
And we'll just do that. Then your 0/5, I'm going to just ping. Do I want to I kill off the 0/5 because I want to keep my advantage here. And we're going to continue to hold on to the Psychotron because I like to have 1 creature in case of the board getting wiped. Really, like, I've learned that it's not always a good idea to just play anything that's in your hand for this reason exactly. That would have burned through my Divine Shield. That was a nice play by this guy. I don't think it's going to save him, but it was a nice move. Argent Protector is cute. I think that's probably the best play. We'll do Grime Street
You got a kill.
into Argent.
Not on my watch.
Which allows me to shield this and get a free trade.
Bring pain.
And repopulate the board. Who knows? Maybe he's got another Holy Nova.
Well played.
Well played.
I always do that. When people compliment me mid-game, I reflexively just say well played back. I hope they don't take that as BM. Because they're not exactly forfeit. They're the death that I've been waiting for 6 turns. Maybe a little too late, though, at this point. Another Grime Street. Jesus.
You got a kill.
Just hold on to this Psychotron.
Your history.
Bring pain.
See if we can buff it up a little bit more.
Reporting for duty.
Hope he doesn't have a Shadow Word Death. I actually probably should have played Psychotron because it was in the sweet spot where when you're at 4 health, you can't be hit by Shadow Word Death or Shadow Word Pain, which is a pretty nice thing to do against a priest. Although now he's just got a top deck because he just dropped you off. Ooh, he left. What you doing, guy? This Yogg is not working out in this guy's favor.
Wow. You have been.
Yeah, sorry, bud. It was a valiant effort. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Hearthstone. It was a lot of fun to record, and definitely a turnaround from what's been a bit of a rough week for getting victories here. I think the key is going to be sort of tuning up some of my decks here, whereas this Paladin deck is pretty solid from the get-go. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in and open a quick pack before we go here. So, we're going to continue. As you guys know, I'm working on fleshing out my Classic collection right now. That is because I'm looking for Sylvanas and Leroy Jenkins specifically, two cards that I really like that I still don't have. Come on. Hey, we actually got 2 rares. That's something at least. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have everything. Yeah, of course I do. I think I'm going to disenchant all 5 here, but it's better than our usual 4 commons and a rare, all of which I already have playsets of. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how many did we have already. We had all 5 already. Well, at least we got 55 dust, right, guys? Okay, so anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. If you didn't like it, please be sure to dislike and leave a comment below and tell me why, and we'll try and improve the channel for you guys and make sure it's exactly what you're interested in tuning in to see. But anyways, thank you so much for sticking around and watching to the end. I really appreciate you guys' support. I will see you guys next time.